righty, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through. Last day of the month of July. Can you believe it? We are in August from tomorrow morning. It's crazy. And I can see everybody else is out. They're spending money. It's the salary evening. They're spending money. They're not here this evening. You come here tomorrow and you'll be fighting for a seat. But I'm very encouraged by the few faithful few that have come through here today. Come in, guys. Close the door for me. Just make sure again, we are live around the country, that your phones are on silent, so we don't have any of them ringing during the course of this presentation. Folks, this evening, you're at DuePoint. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're both a listed and licensed life insurance company. Take some time afterwards. Have a look at our licenses on the wall. You'll see we're listed with the Financial Services Board, the DSA, the DMA, and of course on the JSE as well. I had a laugh the other day. Someone said, they're just talking rubbish. They're not listed. I looked up Constantia on the JSE and I called them. They'd never heard of Constantia. Well, of course, we're not listed as Constantia. We're listed as Conduit Capital. But Constantia is part of the Conduit Capital listing, and you'll find us there. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP license there. Look us up on the FSP's website. I want you to be comfortable with who you're dealing with here this evening. I want you to be comfortable with the team as well. The best and probably the most important part of the team here at DuePoint is that we're actually here. This is a homegrown South African company. You will be able to find us in these four walls Monday to Saturday, every single day, every single week of the year. I say that as something that is of importance because of all the things that we have going on in our economy. Things are here today, gone tomorrow. Constantia is not that. We've been around, first registered in 1952, nearly 7 decades old. This is not a new startup kind of business that's come out of the foreign oceans to here. That we are a South African company. Folks, this is me, Brendan Benfield. I'm a senior executive here. I've been in the financial services industry for the last 20 years. This is Tim. You saw him now. Not only is he good with technology, he is also a banking expert, comes out of the banking industry, spent a decade and a half working for the First Rand Group there. Then we've got Stacey over here. She's our auditing expert, worked for Deloitte, both locally and internationally. Then we've got Jane. Jane's our foreign correspondent. She comes from the UK, but she has spent the last 10 years here in South Africa, and she's our direct selling specialist. And then we've got Rob, our design guy. Everything that you see, feel, and touch here at DuePoint was designed by him. So we've got all the bits and pieces for what we're going to be discussing now. And what are we going to be discussing? Well, we're going to be discussing what we do here at DuePoint. At DuePoint, we have two objectives. The primary objective that we have is that we want to put in the hands of South Africans a tool they can use to build recurring, stable, reliable income in their households. Now, in the South African context, as you know, we are living in an economy that is in complete chaos. All of you will know that. I think you can see it in the newspapers every day. You hear it on the radio. I can't look at them anymore. I just can't. I feel like I'm cutting my own wrists every time I read the newspaper. Certainly nobody's coming to our rescue. As employees, as people on the ground, we just get knocked from pillar to post. We have absolutely no control over our income. Somebody else is deciding what increase we're going to get, what promotions we're going to get, and if and when we're going to get a bonus, and if and when we're going to be retrenched or fired. Someone else controls that. We never get to control that. And if the economy is down like it is now, we see more and more businesses shutting down, which means less and less jobs available in the economy. It is a system, this industrialization system of jobs, of employment, is failing here in South Africa, and it is failing globally. We're often just a symptom of what's happening overseas, and right now this entire system is slowly caving in. It's not something new. It's been happening for more than a decade now. But what's quite interesting is the speed at which it's picking up right now. You would have seen the first 6 months of this year, 433,000 potentially economically active South Africans are unemployed, added to the list of unemployed. 433,000. If you've got a job, do not believe for a minute it is stable, reliable, and that it will recur. Right now, you've got pretty much a statistical chance of being forced out of your job every 5 years. That's pretty much what the statistics are saying. Now, we want to try and change that. We want to put something in your hands, a tool, not a job, not an employment. I'm not going to give you another one of these industrial revolution jobs. No, I want to put in your hands a tool that you can control that creates not here today, gone tomorrow income, but recurring, reliable, stable income. That's in your hands. That's what we want to do. Now, our hope is that if we can do that, if we can put that in your hands, we can start changing some of the systemic problems we have as South Africans, one of which, as you know, is debt. Debt we have used to build the bridge between what we earn and what we need to survive. None of us are earning enough to survive in South Africa. We know that. The costs are out of control. Every month, costs are going up, but your income is not going up every month. And when it comes to increases, you're getting 3, 4, 5, 6% increases. But inflation is like 17, 18, 19, 20% in South Africa. I know some would argue it's 6. It's not. It's not for the man in the street. For the man in the street, it's closer to 20%. And that's crazy. We are falling further and further and further behind, and we have got to do something about it. What we have done, we've bridged it with debt. Debt is just like drinking a jar of poison. It kind of solves the problem for the moment and kills you later on. And we want to change that. We want to remove that and become the bridge. Nowhere at DuePoint will you ever hear us asking you to quit your jobs. That would be ridiculous in this current economic climate. But what we want to do is we want to become the bridge of the income that you need between what you got and what you need to survive in South Africa. If we can unplug you out of this system, we believe that we can empower you to do many more things than you're currently doing. Right now, you are stuck in a position of what we call no free cash flow. You do not have any free cash flow, which means that when the crisis hits, you are in crisis. That means your son falls and breaks his leg, and you've now got a big medical bill. You get sick, and you end up in hospital. You have a car accident, and your car needs to be fixed. Granny dies, and you have to pay for the funeral. These things happen continuously. We always talk here when we're doing training at DuePoint. We say to people, circumstances of life are going to happen. You cannot allow them to change your momentum, because they're going to happen. So if you're sitting here tonight and you go, no, I'm good, there'll be no crisis for me between now and the end of the year, I've got bad news for you. Something is looming around the next corner. We used to call them in my household non-recurring items. They don't happen very often. They happen every now and then. The only problem is we've got one a month. So I think we should retitle them to recurring items. You know, my son gets injured the one month, then my daughter gets sick the next month. There's always something pulling on our cash. And we, as South African individuals, do not have that free cash flow to cover it when it happens. Our hope is that if we've eliminated the debt and we've put control of cash and income in your hands again, now when those crises happen, they're not crises anymore. You've got the cash to handle it. Then, in the long-term future, there will become a point in all of your lives where you will not be able to work anymore. That's a reality. It doesn't matter what job you have. It doesn't matter who you are. You are not Superman. You will not live forever. Somewhere along the line, you won't be able to work anymore. And when that happens, who covers your costs? For generations in South Africa, we've lent on our parents and on our children. We lean on them for income. Now we want to change that. We want to put you in a position when you get to retirement that you don't need these massive assets saved in bank accounts that nobody's achieving, but rather you've got a stable, recurring income that comes in and allows you to have golden years in your retirement, not desperate years. That's our primary objective. Our secondary objective at DuePoint is that we want to create a business that is built in the 21st century with 21st century technology. We want to put a pipeline between you, the consumer, and us, the supplier. That you do not need to wait until our doors open in the morning for you to be able to communicate with us. That you don't need to go through third parties to communicate to us. You have a direct 24-hour link to us. Now, with those two objectives put together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system is super simple. What it does, it allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. A wealth engineer has one task, the task of connecting individuals to DuePoint. No marketing, no advertising, no selling, no presenting, simply connecting individuals to us. We do all the rest. Now, as you connect individuals to us, you create market penetration. That penetration turns into channels of distribution for us, into which we come as DuePoint and facilitate the purchase of our products. When we do that, we create revenue, and that revenue creates for you that recurring extra income that I've been talking about. Now, why is it recurring? How do we create the stability in the system? Well, that was the cornerstone design point for us when we designed DuePoint. We do not sell things here. You are not going to have to buy energy drinks or pills or cleaning agents here and try and sell them to other people. This is not one of those businesses. That does not create stable income. It can create very reliable expenditure in your household, but not stable income. What we use is financial services and lifestyle products. They run on debit order systems, and they're products you can have for life, which means that every month, no matter where you are or what you're doing, whether you're lying in a hospital or away on a boat somewhere and cannot get to your friends to sell them the energy drink, no, here the debit order run, the system runs, and the income comes in. That's reliable, stable earnings that we can create for you. Now, folks, the second layer we put in the system is your ability to create income for yourself in more than just the 8 hours that you have every day. You know what it's like in your current employment. You go there, you work. When it's finished, that's the end of your revenue. If you get sick and you cannot work anymore, no more revenue. Especially if you're a commission earner or if you're a shift worker. You know the moment that clock stops, your income stops. With the DuePoint system, you create channels of distribution with many, many fold individuals in them that are out building your channel for you even as you sleep. We see it on a daily basis here at DuePoint, how 24 hours a day, these channels are pressing into the South African economy, and literally people's income is rising while they sleep. That is built into our system. Now, what's very important to note, folks, is this is not an employment contract. This is where people get very confused. We don't hire people here. We don't recruit people here. We don't sponsor people here. This is not one of those things that you've been forced to listen to on one other or two other occasions, okay? That's not what this is. You will never, ever get a phone call from me asking you why you haven't used the tool, okay? We don't care. We put it in your hands, and it is completely up to you how you use this tool going forward. It is a completely flexi-time tool. It's not part-time, it's not full-time. You will decide how much time and effort you put into it, but it is a direct input-output tool. The more you put in, the more it's going to put out. That we leave completely up to you. Folks, there is no risk in becoming a wealth engineer. Like I said to you, we have been completely burnt, and we're all full of stigma and opinion because of all the things that have come in the past. And generally, they cost us money with the promise of creating income. Well, we went out of our way to design a system where, as best as possible, we create zero financial loss for you. There are no startup costs. There are no starter kits. There's no starter manual. You're not going to pay for application forms. You're not going to pay a monthly fee, business fee, sales fee, admin fee. No fees, no costs for being a wealth engineer. By simply being a product owner here at DuePoint, you are already and automatically a wealth engineer for us. There is no cost or risk in becoming a wealth engineer. So tomorrow, if you wake up and go, I should never have done that, I should never have become a wealth engineer, no problem. Carry on with your life. No money will have parted from your hands this evening. Folks, it also does not require any specific qualifications or experience. This is financial services, and normally you would have had to pass regulatory exams, you would have had to have NQF level 5 education, years of experience. All of that not applicable in the DuePoint system, because you're not representatives of ours, you're not brokers, you're not agents, you're not advertisers, you're not marketers, and you're not financial advisors of ours. You have one task: to connect individuals to us. That is all that you do, and we do the rest. You are building a real asset here, and this is something people battle to accept, but it is the truth. We create recurring income. Because it's recurring, it is now something you can price. Because you can price it, you can actually sell this channel that you have created to someone else. You can transfer it. You can leave it to your children. It will outlive you. Our hope at DuePoint is that we can start creating some legacy in South Africa, where people don't go from job to job, and when they pass away, their children have nothing to show for it. We want a channel that is left to children that can earn off of the income you created during your lifetime. They can continue to grow it, hand it over to their children. Legacy is what we're hoping to build here at DuePoint. And folks, as I said, you form no part at all in the sales transaction here at DuePoint. You do not do any of the selling of our products. That is our task as DuePoint and our websites. Your task simply to connect individuals to us. So how do you connect people to us? Well, it's very, very simple. There's 4 ways, just 4 ways that you can connect individuals to us. The first, you can go out and grab one of our USB sticks from our information counter. It's 150 Rand, and you've got us presenting on that stick any time of the day if you've got a smart TV, laptop, or computer. The second way is you can bring people here. We will do the presentations here. We do the presentations here Monday through Saturday. Mondays evenings, Tuesday evenings, Wednesday lunch, Thursday evenings, Friday lunch, Saturday mornings. There's always going to be a time when you can connect someone here to DuePoint. I heard somebody outside saying the difficulty is in bringing people here. Well, you don't have to worry, because you don't have to bring them here. You've got 4 ways of connecting them. This is just one of the 4 ways. Then the third way is through our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is your number one resource here at DuePoint. Every single one of our presentations is recorded and put onto our YouTube channel, and 24/7 you're able to present and connect individuals to the DuePoint opportunity. You'll be amazed at how fresh we are at 3 o'clock in the morning. We're ready to give you that presentation on YouTube. Doesn't matter what's happening. Sunday afternoon, you don't have to call me and ask. I'm there and ready to present. You just click YouTube, you can pick your favorite and run it. There are hundreds of presentations there available for you. And then, folks, lastly, is you can connect via our live streams. Every one of our presentations is live streamed around the country every single day. So if you're at work or at home or in a coffee shop or wherever you might be, and you want to connect people to DuePoint, a screen with an internet connection, and you've got us live in whatever venue you're at. So you've got 4 ways to connect individuals to DuePoint. That is all you've got to do. What do you say to the individuals? People say, no, what do I say? No, I can't talk about your products. No. What are we doing here from your perspective as a wealth engineer? We are selling the number one in-demand commodity in South Africa right now. Okay? What is the number one in-demand commodity in South Africa right now? Income. Income. From your perspective as a wealth engineer, you are not worried about my financial services products. You are not. As a wealth engineer, you are connecting people to the number one in-demand commodity right now, which is income. You talk to people and say, you need more income? No problem. Watch this. Yeah, but is this? Shh, watch this. That's it. Once they've watched it, you can then answer the questions, because we cover all the questions in the presentation. Okay, those are the 4 ways. As you connect individuals to DuePoint, some of them will catch the vision. When they do, they'll want to become wealth engineers, and when they do that, we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. They go out, they connect people. Again, wealth engineers want to happen out of that process, and we allocate them to you. Soon you've got people all over the country talking about DuePoint, connecting individuals, and having them allocated to you. We then come along, now that you've penetrated the market, and we facilitate the purchase of our products in your channels, creating that revenue and starting your income. Now, what's very important to note, folks, is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a scheme or a scam or a shape or anything that your parents warned you about. That's not what this is. We are registered with the FSB, listed on the JSE. We have 8 regulators that look after us, some of which sit on our board. We didn't slip this past them, okay? So please, do not insult the person who brought you here this evening by going, this is A. It's not. This is something completely new, completely innovative that we have created in South Africa and had full approval from every possible angle we could do in South Africa. That, however, means that because it's genuine, you're not going to get rich overnight. Now, I love this. We did some training on Saturday morning. Everybody's like, this better not be one of those get-rich-quick schemes. But in the back of their heads, they're going, man, I hope this is one of those get-rich-quick schemes. That's what happens. There are people, they'll insult the person by saying, this sounds like a get-rich-quick scheme. But once they're in, they go, how come I'm not getting rich overnight? Like your careers. Or if you ever chose to start your own business, you would never have expected to get rich overnight. No, because things that are genuine, recurring, stable, and lifetime always take time to build. People say, what's the catch in the DuePoint system? It sounds too good to be true. Here's the catch. You are going to spend time. That's the price you're going to pay in building your channels. And I'm not talking 5 minutes of time. I'm talking years. Years of time. But those years are in your control and have a direct ability to change your future. And you'll see how we do that. There are 2 ways in our system that we do that. The first is through our returns program, which pays you R27.50 every time somebody in your channel makes a successful payment via debit order, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment was made. So, for instance, you hop out, you run out, you talk to a couple of your friends, some of them become wealth engineers, they make their product payment successfully via debit order, and you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. Not 1 Rand, not 5 Rand, not 12 Rand, 55 Rand. Material and significant in the 21st century. These folk go out, they chat to a few more people. Some of them become wealth engineers. And again, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200% or 55 Rand every time they successfully pay for their products via debit order. Now, folks, 2 things to note. One is, these are financial services, which means you pay every single month. You have to pay every single month too. It's not a once-off payment and then you just hope and let's see what happens with this thing. Everybody pays every month. The second thing is you don't get paid if people don't pay. So quality, of individuals you connect to DuePoint is critical. This input-output tool, if you put bad in, it puts bad out. That's how it works. So if you run around, you're going, all my unemployed friends, I've found a solution. Folks, it is a bitter pill to swallow, but DuePoint has not yet found the solution to unemployment in South Africa. It hasn't. You are going to have to find the people who can afford to pay their product every month, because that will create the revenue for you. Now, you'll see you've only been here for 5 minutes in this particular example, and you're already earning just under 1,000 Rand a month. 1,000 Rand a month. It's not changed your life, but you are already feeling it with the DuePoint system. Now, you put some more time in, your channel continues to grow, and you start to earn on a diminishing basis all the way down to the 8th point. However, there is no limit to the size of the channel that you can create here at DuePoint. From the 8th point on, as long as you qualify to earn, you will always get 4% at 27 Rand 50. What does it mean to qualify to earn? Well, you've got to do a few certain things to do it. Very simple. After this, jump onto one of our training videos and I'll explain it to you in 6 minutes how the entire system works. 6 minutes. That's how complicated it is. But what it does mean is that in your time with us, you can build a channel 25 points big. And as long as you qualify to earn, you're going to be earning 4% at 27 Rand 50 across all those points. You hand it over to your children, they grow to 50 points. As long as they qualify to earn, they will earn across all 50 points. There's no limit to the size of the channel that you can make here at DuePoint. Now, practically speaking, what does that translate into? Well, we had to answer that question too. It's not easy to answer because every one of you will grow your channels at a different rate and in a different way. So there isn't a set answer. But we went away and we looked up through about 2 decades worth of data. We did a whole lot of mathematics, and we came up with what we think is a very conservative and realistic growth formula. We said if you were to grow at a rate of 3 plus 2, what does 3 plus 2 mean? It means in your first month, you put 3 people on your first point. This is hardly onerous stuff. 3 people in an entire month. And then every month thereafter, you put just 2 people on. 1 on average every 2 weeks. Okay. Now, what I like about this, people like, that sounds absolutely easy. 2 people in an entire month? Yes, but you have to do it every month, which seems to become a problem. You know, talking to 2 people in an entire month seems to be a problem for people. Folks, every month, 2 people, including Christmas, including January, including your birthday month, every month, 2 people. If you do that consistently, persistently, and over time, working with your guys to do the same thing, and we apply our cancellations and lapses and all the other mathematics, we believe that after 6 months with us, you should expect to be earning around about 2,500 Rand a month with us. Okay? 2,500 Rand, some people get excited, some people go, that's rubbish. Folks, this is not Facebook where they promise you 100,000 after 3 months. No, this is the real deal. Okay? It's an extra 30,000 Rand a year that you have now added to your household income. You've done it in 6 months, and you've done it by adding 2 people a month. Okay, this, you know, the maths works quite nicely here. Now, if you can push through to 12 months with us, we reckon that quite reasonably, you can expect to be earning about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month if you have consistently applied that growth formula. 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month, 120,000 Rand a year. You controlled your own increase through the DuePoint system. Now, it's 12 months. It's this time next year, August next year. Okay? And for many people, that's like a hurdle too big to cross. For many people, that little spot there is where they fall out. And when I say many, I'm talking like 80%. 80% will start and go, oh, no. My dad told me that this was one of those things, I quit. You know, or I spoke to 10 people that all said, no, I'm quit. Folks, you're going to have to put time in. Look at what happens between 1 and 6 and between 6 and 12. 10,000 Rand a month. How many of you are going to get a 10,000 Rand raise this year? And I have got a feeling that many of you do work that is more horrible than connecting 2 people to DuePoint a month. But you will tell me there that it's too hard. That's what you're going to tell me. You're going to tell me you'd rather carry on doing whatever you're doing, which I know is harder, because work is hard. Now, if you can put 2 years in, that's the thick-skinned people, the people with real persistence, the ones with burning desire to change their lives. If you can put 2 years in, you can reasonably expect to be earning around 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. So 2 years from now, with persistent effort, we believe you could be earning 360,000 Rand a year bridging income. Bridging income. Remember, you haven't quit your job. You're still getting all that income. How much of your debt can you eliminate with the 30,000 rand a month? How much of it? How much has your life changed? That list of problems that you have, how many of the line items have you crossed off with an extra 27 to 30,000 rand a month? Folks, that can be done. It has been done in our DuePoint system. If you can do 3 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 45 to 50,000 rand a month. 3 years from now, you controlled an increase that has resulted in a 600,000 rand a year increase to your household income. 4 years from now, we reckon you'll be on about 60 to 65,000. And 5 years from now, that's half a decade. 60 months, not 60 minutes, not 3 months. This is half a decade of time with us, committed, focused to the process. And we reckon you can reasonably expect to be earning about 80 to 100,000 rand a month. That's R1 million a year, and you're now in the top 0.5% earners in the world. Now, I get 2 different responses to this calculation. It's maths. So people say to me, Brendan, it takes too long to earn. That's my most common one. It might surprise you. But most people come to me and say, Brendan, I am unwilling to wait 5 years. It's too long. It's too long. Facebook promised me 90 days. Okay? Folks, we're doing the real thing here. We're creating lifetime stable income. But at the same time, I'm always surprised at how people are willing to throw and burn their lives away in employment, which is not getting them anywhere. Okay? All of you are happy. I talk to people who are in desperate financial states. I say, DuePoint can help you. And they go, no, Brendan, I don't need that. What I need is another job. So you can get on the treadmill again and spin and spin and spin and spin until they knock you off and put a younger person on. That's what they do. You know it. You're all in it. And it really doesn't matter what position you hold. You know that that's what it is. None of you are able to reach your aspirations through your employment. This I'm convinced of. I know only 0.5% of South Africans will reach their aspirations through employment. Only 0.5%. And yet, when we talk 5 years, it's too long. It's too much effort. It's too big a leap to go. The second response I get to this is just flagrant marketing, and that nobody's ever going to earn this much. I've seen these things before. Nobody ever earns. Okay, well, good news. We already have people earning this much, so it's already happened. And we only opened this division in February last year. So we're like 16 months old, and we've got people here already. Remember, it's input-output here. More you put in, the faster you can. This is 3 plus 2. You're putting 2 people in a month. That's what this says. Now, it is a good question, though, and we do like to show people doing this for real. So we look at people on the ground. Every month, it's a different handful of people of varying success in our business. This month, we have Jack. Jack's from Mpumalanga. Joined us in January. He's been with us for about 6 months. In 6 months, he's built himself a channel that's now worth 7,000 rand a month. Now, I said that in 6 months, you should reasonably expect to be earning about 2,500 rand a month. Okay? Triple that in the same length of time. It's in your hands what you do with this business. Then we've got Engelbert. Engelbert joined us literally about 15 months ago. Second day after we opened the division. Had a hell of a year. Been very ill, in and out of hospital 2-3 times last year. His guys let him down. He had to restart a bunch of times. And despite all of his circumstances, about 15 months later, he's got a channel worth an extra 12,000 rand a month to him every month. Now that is an amazing, when you've had a tough year, a really tough year, you've been sick or people have died or you've been fired or whatever, very seldom do you end the year earning 12,000 rand more than you did when you started the year. Normally, you're in big trouble. And he's had a tough year, and here he has got a channel that's worth 12,000 rand a month after 15 months. Now, I said it would take a year to get to 9,000 to 10,000 rand. So at 15 months on 12,000, he's pretty much on track. Pretty much on track. Then we've got Nkizi. She's breaking all the rules at the moment, going for the record. She joined us 90 days ago. 90 days ago, she's a director of a company out in Boksburg, decided that it was not going to reach her aspirations, and as she sat in this room, she said, I am going to be the next person on the stage. And she was. Tuesday, a couple of weeks ago, she stood up on the stage, and she told us her story. And she said that on the night that she sat here, she committed to herself to speak to 25 people a day. 25 people a day. That's how you make change. That's how you make decisions. 3 months later, she has a channel worth 17,000 rand with 700 people in it. Okay? No, I don't have time for this. That's my favorite one. I like that one. I don't have time for this. You're in good company in this building. In this building, we specialize in people who don't have time. We do. Don't give me that nonsense. Nobody has time. You will change your time if you want to change your future. Otherwise, stick to your dead-end job. And I speak to all people when I say that. Don't care how senior you are, how many degrees you've got, what you think you are, how old or young you are. Stick to your dead-end job or make decisions to change your future. Go to our YouTube channel. There are hundreds of people there, different testimonies, videos you can watch, people earning 700 Rand a month, people earning 5,000 Rand a month, people earning 85,000 Rand a month. Go and see their testimonies on the channel using this system. The second way you earn in the DuePoint system is through our XP Rewards training program. Our XP Rewards training program is designed to take you from beginner to expert. So if your excuse this evening is, I don't know how to do this, good news. No excuse left. We train you. We take your hand and we lead you through this process step by step. As you complete the steps, two things happen. One, we allocate to you experience points, XP points. They are simply a measure of how you are progressing through our training program. They're not worth rands and cents. Some people get confused. They are not worth a cent. They are simply a gauge of how experienced you become in our training program. The second thing that happens naturally is your channel starts to grow. When you meet the two criteria in our training program, we reward you in addition to your returns. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash that we give you. But as you get more experienced and your channels get a bit bigger, well, so does the cash that we reward you with for completing the training. Then we start to give you tools. Tools we know will accelerate the growth of your channels here at DuePoint. At rank 5, we give you an imported lightning memory stick. It plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa, and it comes jam-packed with all of our presentations, downloads, tools, testimonies, everything you're going to need to connect individuals to DuePoint anywhere, anytime, whether you've got an internet connection or not. At rank 7, we give you what we think is the most powerful tool here at DuePoint, which is your own set of business cards. An imported set. It goes to 3 printers, 2 overseas, 1 locally. Takes us about 6 weeks to make. It is gold gilded, gold printed, and custom made for you. Basically the Ferrari of business cards. When you give someone a card from a 12,500 Rand set, they're going to want to know who DuePoint is and what you do for them. And it connects people to DuePoint. Then at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size, every year that you do, for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday, 5-star, business class, all expenses paid. Everybody always gets very excited. They get excited. I can see you all like, whoo, whoo. And people are like, Brendan, book my room, book my ticket. I get it every night. They come in, even after I say this, they come to me after, Brendan, I'll be there. You book me. Folks, rank 9 is a long way from rank 0, which is where you are right now. You can all get there. You can. But you will have to make decisions that go beyond the first 90 days. Decisions where people telling you you're an idiot or that this is one of those things or no or whatever it is, just bounce off you and you keep moving and you keep moving. If you're able to do that, all rank 9s come away with us. We're going in December this year. There's still 5 or 6 months left. Those of you who make decisions like Nkiyezi can come with us. There's no limit. It's not the top 5 or the first 5. It's all rank 9s. The rest of you will watch them go. That's what you'll do. You will watch someone else change their life while you choose not to, or you do it slower. So for those of you who do decide this evening, perhaps anywhere, whether you're watching us live around the country or in the room, if you make the decision tonight that you want to come with us in December, or if you say, look, I'll do this slowly and one day get there, or if you give up after 90 days, here's the footage of where we're actually going to. This is the hotel we're going to, okay? And then you can bolster that decision-making process. Okay. Will you be here? Well, we've got 2 business class planes booked already, full of people that are coming with us. And the question is just whether you want to come with or whether you want to watch us. That's where we're going. We're going to one of the best hotels on the island of Mauritius. And you just have to decide whether it's worth your friends telling you're an idiot to go there. Because that's what it is. In that moment where you feel like this is too difficult, you've got to ask yourself, well, is it really? Because look at what is available through this system compared to what you do every day at your office, wherever you might be. At Rank 11, we give you another very powerful tool. It's your own car. We don't rent it to you. We don't lease it to you. We don't finance it through us. We don't brand it. We don't give it to you and take it away. You can just work all the different systems out through that. This is actually your car. You can go to YouTube and see our Rank 11s that have got their cars. Okay, so again, it's not something we're hoping to do. It's something that's happening. It's just a decision that you have to make every day. Then, folks, every month we run wealth quests from the first day to the last day of every single month, hard cutoffs on each end, but they are designed for everybody, and everybody can complete the criteria of the quest. And when they do, we reward you with tools that we know are very useful in the development of your channel. Some months it's an iPad, some months an iPhone, smart TVs, cache, data, Wi-Fi routers, all the things that you need. Now, very fortunate for you, you're here just before the first day of this month, so you're going to have a full run at this wealth quest. If you come in on the 27th, you've got 3 days of the old wealth quest before the new one starts. You can't get there. Well, you've got an entire month from tomorrow, midnight tonight, this quest begins. This month it's called Build the Right Team for the Dream. What you've got to do, it's quite difficult, but it's a good one. Those who complete the criteria will get their own iPad. All right, so now you know how expensive iPads are? Go to the shops, find out how much they are. You will get your own one. We don't finance it to you. We don't, it's yours, okay? But it's a tough challenge this month. This month, we're wanting to continue our theme of building the right quality into channels, because it's too easy to put bad quality in. And what we're saying is this month, get 2 more individuals, put them on your first point, get them qualified, and make sure no one cancels on your first 3 points in your channel. Those are the 3 that you can see on your dashboard with us, so you can see if someone cancels. Someone who cancels and reinstates, that's fine, as long as no one has canceled over the 31 days of August and everyone's paid. You're good to go with a 22,000 Rand iPad. Okay. It's a tough one, but it's the right way to build, and everybody can have one who gets it. There isn't, people call in and say, how many iPads? No, there are as many as complete the criteria. Okay, there is no winners. There are no winners, and there are no prizes at DuePoint. Everything is earned, and the criteria is the same for everybody. You've just got to complete it. Now, guys, tomorrow morning around about lunchtime, the full detail of this quest will go up on our website. Wealth engineers, go to the website, read the criteria, understand it, and come and ask us any questions you have so that you can explain it to your new wealth engineers during the month. Don't think you're just going to understand it from my 2-minute synopsis. All right. You don't have to take pictures. The WhatsApp image will go out in a minute. You know that. And you can send it out to all your groups. Okay, folks, people ask me, where do we get the money to fund all of this? Well, it's a good question. Under the traditional, or in the traditional space of insurance and banking, we do a lot of direct marketing to you. We run adverts on TV and billboards and radio stations and all over the place, and it costs us hundreds of millions of rands a year per company, billions as an industry. Now, what we do to pay for that is that we reverse engineer the cost of that into your monthly payments, your funeral cover, your banking fees, your car insurance, your home insurance. All of them include 35 to 50% of next month's marketing cost. It's just built into the product payment. Now, we do exactly the same thing here at DuePoint. The only difference is we never, ever advertise. Not ever. You are never going to see a DuePoint advert because we use you. You connect individuals to us. And therefore, all the money we would have spent on SABC and DSTV and billboard companies, etc., is now available to you and your channel. It is very simple mathematics, and you're welcome to come and chat to me afterwards about it if you're uncertain. Now, once you've created those channels of distribution for us, we come along and we facilitate the purchase, we, not you, of our 3 products here at the DuePoint division. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It's 299 Rand a month, and for the 299 Rand, you get your very own personal tax-free investment account. We take 100 Rand of the 299 and we put it in your investment account for you. And it is a no-notice, no-restriction period account, which means that at any point in time, you can withdraw your money. You can, of course, invest more than the 100 if you'd like as well. Then for the remaining 199 Rand, you get 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. The second product that we facilitate the purchase of is our Wealth Guard product. It is 274 Rand. For 274 Rand, you get 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no deferred benefit periods, no maximum age limits, no medical examinations or declarations. Everybody can take this product over the age of 18. Everybody. Then our third product is our non-financial, non-insurance product. It's our WealthPoint Buyers Club. As a nearly 7-decade-old insurance company, when we go to suppliers and ask for discounts, we get much bigger ones than you can get. And that's exactly what we've done. We've gone to a whole list of suppliers, and we've got the best discounts, prices, vouchers, account managers that we could get out of them. And as a member of our Wealth Points program for 274 Rand a month, you get access to those discounts. So now when you go shopping at Checkers, you get our discount. If you go shopping at Hershey's, you get our discounts. You go to Eagle Ford and buy a card, you get our discount. We actually had someone purchase a car this last month from Eagle Ford. They flew them up complimentary from Durban to come and fetch their car. They didn't even have to pay for the air tickets because they were a member of our Wealth Points program. Now, that doesn't mean you get money from us, which people get confused about. No, I'm a Wealth Point member, you'll buy my groceries. No, I'm not going to buy your groceries. You just get access to our discounts. That's what happens. And our account managers and et cetera, et cetera. Whole list of suppliers. I love this product. I think it gives you great, great benefits. Those are the three. Now, as a wealth engineer, you automatically get access to the entire management executive team here. You can book us. We'll work with you. We'll work with your teams. We'll train, strategize, motivate you at any point in time. People get confused. They think you can book us for a presentation any time of the day. No. We do presentations at set times of the day, and we only do them out of this building. But we can train your teams and meet with you and strategize at any other time. You simply book our time in our diaries. You get this entire facility here that you can use at no cost. Presentation rooms, boardrooms, breakaway rooms, or free Wi-Fi, tea and coffee, all available to you Monday to Saturday. Anytime you can come in. Then we give you state-of-the-art technology that we maintain and develop for you. No cost of any of that. It's constantly being updated and developed for you. You also have nationwide footprint. You can build a channel anywhere in South Africa because we live stream everything out of here. Anywhere in the country, you can be connecting people into your channel with the DuePoint system. So we have put together what we think is one of the best systems that we could possibly do in the current economic climate and technological climate in South Africa. If you choose this evening to become a wealth engineer, it is a simple, simple decision. All you need to do is hook up into our free Wi-Fi, okay, use your tablet, use your phone, go to our website, DuePoint.net, click the apply button, fill out the form, and 5 minutes later, you're a wealth engineer. We will send you a W number. That W number is the birth of your channel. It's yours. It's your asset. It doesn't go into some structure somewhere that your dad warned you about. It's yours. And you will choose whether it's worthless or whether it's magnificent. You will choose what happens with it at that point. And then, folks, I want you to sit with your lead wealth engineers. That's the person who brought you here this evening. Tell them what your goal is with DuePoint. Don't tell them 100,000 Rand. That's not a goal. That's a want. What we need to do is get you through the needs. What is it? Is it 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand a month that you need? Set that goal and work the system out, work the plan out through the DuePoint system. We have got all the tools that you need here at DuePoint to succeed in building your channels. Go to our counter and get them or order them at info@duepoint.net. Our USB sticks with our presentations on. If you've got data issues, then get the stick. Plug it in your TV or your computer, and you are connecting individuals to DuePoint. If your phone keeps running out of battery, you're never going to be able to fill the application forms out. Get a power block, okay? Don't come to the counter and ask us for a charger. We don't have chargers. We don't. Get a power block. And folks, the most powerful tool in our business is business cards. We've got a great, high-quality set. It's worth 5,000 Rand. If you wanted to get them printed, you would pay 5,000 Rand. But because we order them in bulk, they're about 695 Rand with us. You get 500 cards that are worth 5,000 Rand if you did them yourself. Get them. They're personalized for you, and they're a super powerful tool you can use in the building of your channels. Now, folks, you've picked a good week to come. This week, we are running what we call our Throwdown Thursday. Once every 3 months, we have a Throwdown Thursday where we tackle the 10 most common objections to this business. It generally comes out of ignorance, people thinking we're something we're not. We tackle them on that night. This Thursday night is Throwdown Thursday. It is the perfect evening to bring guests. It's the perfect evening to bring difficult guests, like your dad or your brother who knows better, or that's the night you want to bring them. We get very serious about handling the 10 most common objections, and I encourage you to come. It's this week, Thursday, at 6:30. You'll have Rob and I up on stage taking this thing to pieces. Come and see it. Come and get the knowledge in your head. Bring the difficult guests, or tune in live. Guys, if you can't get you, tune in live 6:30 on Thursday night this week. Guys, if you're a wealth engineer, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. There is no cost to subscribing. Once you have, you will know when we go live every day, and you will know the moment we upload videos. It goes pinging on your phone. It is a critical tool in the building of your channel. It is almost impossible to build a channel here at DuePoint without using our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it. And then, folks, download our free app. Put it on your phone, on your tablet. It gives you a real-time connection into your channel. 24 hours a day, you can see what's going on in your channel. All your tools are there, your personal documentation, everything you need, your training, all on that app. Guys, if you do become a wealth engineer and choose to use this venue, make sure you book online before you come here. Go to our events tab or the events button on your app, put your name in. Otherwise, they might turn you away at the gate. And then there's tears. This is Joburg, South Africa. There's security at the gate. Okay? Make sure you book your name in. You can come with your guests. You don't have to put their names in. Just make sure you're booked in before you come. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see that we are very serious about what we're doing here. Very serious. Look at the money we've spent. Look at the people we've hired. Look at what we have created, and you will know that this is not something you've seen before. It is not. We are absolutely determined to be part of the solution here in South Africa. We are determined, and we want you to come along with us. If you've got questions or concerns, come and ask us. Come and ask us. Get the answers, and then get out there with this tool and start changing your life. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you guys all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live tonight.